That's what I do. And look at me. I'm as fit as a fiddle.
Yes, and you could use a few new strings, too.
Parky, that's no way to talk to anybody who's trying to help you. You'd be a lot better off if you exercised.
I would?
Yeah, that's what I do, too. Now, every day I take long walks along the waterfront.
Is that good?
Is that good?
It's perfect. Why, the waterfront is wonderful this time of year. What's more beautiful than the East River with snow or the Hudson River with ice?
Green River with ginger ale.
Well, we could use a little. I hope you don't mind Parky, Bob. You see, he doesn't really know what he's saying.
Who don't? I'm not as ignorant as I look, you know.
No?
For your information, last week I made $50 on information, please.
How?
Stole the cash register.
What?
Well, I think Parky's rather amusing, you know?
Yes, in a gruesome way.
He'd make an ideal companion. Mm-hmm. Parky, look, I'm taking a hunting trip next week.
Yeah?
How'd you like to come along and shoot a buck?
You're faded.
Wait a minute. We did that a month ago. Listen.
I was referring to wild game, Parky.
Yeah?
Now, for instance, in my trophy room at home, I have a mounted moose, stuffed eagle, and a mounted elk.
Did you ever bag a mason?
Well, don't be silly, Parky. You couldn't have a mounted mace in your trophy room?
Why not? My cook has got a mounted policeman in the kitchen.
Don't mind this guy, Bob. He's nothing but a big D-O-P-E.
You're right, Al. He's also a J-E-R-K, huh?
Yeah. Listen, Benchley, I may be a D-O-P-E and a J-E-R-K. But on this program, I'm not just a guest. I got a steady J-O-B.
Well, Bob, now tell me, what is your final opinion of Parky?
Well, I must invite him over to the house.
Yeah?
I want him to frighten my sister. She has hiccups.
What? Hey, Bob, by the way, I heard a lot about your new house. Can I come up to see it sometime?
Anytime you say, Al. But remember, when you reach my house, be sure to go through the iron gate, not the wooden one.
The Iron Gate?
Yeah, that's a little whim of mine. You see, the iron gate is for friends, and the wooden gate is for strangers.
And what does your family use? What gate?
Colgate, naturally.
This is the place.
Thanks for it came.
Thanks very much for the plug, Bob Benchley. You know, friends, seriously, no matter how attractive a person may look, they're not attractive to be with unless their breath is sweet. Isn't that right? That's why it's important for all of us to know that in 7 cases out of 10, Colgate tooth powder stops oral unpleasing breath instantly. And that's a scientific fact, friends. Scientific proof that you can make sure of having a breath that's sweet simply by brushing your teeth the easy Colgate tooth powder way. That's all there is to it. Just brush your teeth night and morning and before every date and feel how Colgate tooth powder bursts into a lively, active, penetrating foam. Feel it swirl busily into those hard-to-get-at places, leaving your whole mouth feeling refreshed and cool and clean. Yes, and notice, too, how the soft, safe polishing material in Colgate tooth powder reveals all the natural, attractive sparkle of your teeth. Then you'll know why I say for a breath that's sweet and a smile that dazzles, get Colgate tooth powder, the tooth powder that cleans your breath as it cleans your teeth. And one more thing, friends. These, you know, of course, are war times. So if your dealer happens to be temporarily out of Colgate tooth powder, just remember that the Colgate people are working night and day to keep him supplied, and his order will be filled just as soon as possible.
Use tooth powder every day, brush your teeth the Colgate way.
This is Bob Benchley again, ladies and gentlemen. In my time, I've seen quite a few pictures. Most of them I've forgotten, but there's one that I'll always remember. That was the picture in which Al Jolson sang a song that will always live in the hearts of young and old alike. And when Mr. Jolson asked me to appear on this program tonight, I made him promise me that he'd sing that song. I'm sure you've all guessed the title by now, Sonny Boy.
Thank you, Bob, for that swell introduction about that little song, and I hope when you're leaving tomorrow for California and make that picture with Fred Astaire, I hope and trust it'll be a big hit. Climb up on my knee, sonny boy. Though you're only 3, sonny boy. You've no way of knowing, there's no way of showing what you mean to me, sonny boy. When there are gray skies, I don't mind the gray skies. You make 'em blue, sonny boy. Friends may forsake me, let 'em all forsake me. I still have you, sonny boy. You're sent from a heaven, and I know your word. You've made a heaven for me right here on earth. When I'm old and gray, dear, promise you won't stray, dear, for I love you so, sonny boy. When there are gray skies, I don't mind gray skies. You make 'em blue, sonny boy. Friends may forsake me. Let 'em all forsake me. I still have you, sonny boy. You're sent from heaven, and I know your worth. You've made a heaven for me here on earth. And the angels, they grew lonely, took you because they were lonely. I'm a lonely fool, sonny boy. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, folks, in addition to our regular cast, we bring you one of America's unsung heroes, a boy who just returned from Guadalcanal. Private First Class Dana Babcock, a parachutist in the United States Marine Corps. Private Babcock was in the first boat to storm the beach at Dawu 2 in the Solomons. And next Tuesday, we bring you Private Babcock and 20 of his Marine buddies. I hope you'll all be listening next Tuesday. Now, good night to you all, and thank you.
Don't forget, friends, it's a date next week with Al Jolson as guest, Private Dana Babcock, and our regular cast presented by Colgate Tooth Powder. The tooth powder that cleans your breath as it cleans your teeth. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.